So I'm currently in Kampot. I arrived yesterday. Jesus Christ, yesterday was just an absolute complete write-off. Got an early bus basically, booked it on one to Asia Go, which I book all my travel on in terms of like buses and boats and stuff over here, which I think most people do. Booked a direct, well, what we thought was a direct bus from where we were staying in Siam Reap. I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, to be honest, to Kampot, but it actually stopped off in the capital. So we had an overlay in the capital for 2 hours. It said that we would arrive in Kampot at 5 o'clock, but we didn't get here till 7 o'clock. So they didn't take the overlay into consideration when we booked it. And in the details on the booking, it didn't say anything about a stop or anything. And the bus was unreal. The luxury bus that we had loads of space. It was like reclining seats. We had a toilet on there. And then the second bus that we got on for the second half of the journey, for the last kind of 3-4 hours, wasn't as nice. It didn't have a toilet and stuff. It was pretty basic, but I mean, you know, it was a bus at the end of the day, so we weren't too fussed about that. But when we stopped off in the capital, Jesus Christ, what a fucking shithole. Like, I don't like to run places down, to be fair, but where the bus stopped, Giant Ibis was the company, and it must just be kind of where their shop is and where that area is. It was an absolute dive. There was fucking people rooting through bins. It fucking just stunk everywhere. Honestly, it was disgusting. And we were starving at this point. We had like a pastry given to us when we got onto the first bus, and that's all we ate until about I think it was like 12, 1 o'clock. I think the bus was at like 7 o'clock when we got into the capital. So we went to go and get some food in this area, and we were walking around for a little bit because there was literally like nowhere where we wanted to go into. And then we found a nice little bar, what looked a nice little like restaurant place. It had like a couple of other English couples in there. It was quite busy, to be fair. Usually when places are busy, it means that the food's okay. So we went in there. I just went plain, ordered a beef burger, and it come, and I took one look at the meat and I was just like, that is not beef. So I tried it, I had one bite of it, and oh my God, it was literally fucking disgusting. It made me feel so sick. Cammie's food wasn't too good either, to be fair. She ordered like a beef wrap and there was literally like no beef in there. I don't even know if it was beef, to be honest, but yeah, it was just disgusting. Made us both feel like sick, really. So yeah, that was just a bit of a nightmare. And then we ended up getting to Kampot about 7 o'clock. At this point, we were like starving after not eating anything. And literally, as soon as we got off the bus, there was a load of like tuk-tuk drivers, like not waiting like yards away from the bus. I swear to God, they were literally, you come down the steps of the bus and you couldn't get off the bus because there was that many of them there. There was like 10, 15 of them just right at the entrance. And I fucking hate that. Like, they don't respect your barriers. Like, just give me a chance to get off the bus, get my bags and stuff like that. And, you know, I get that they're trying to make a living and trying to make money and stuff, but just comparing it to Thailand, which I'm going to do naturally because that's where I just came from, you don't really get any of that. I think the only time I had like the hassling really was on like Koh Sam Road, really. But I think anywhere else, as soon as you said like no, they'd kind of just respect your boundaries and just kind of leave you to it a little bit, really, which I liked. Whereas here, they pest you a little bit more here in Cambodia, I feel. Especially like the tuk-tuk drivers. Jesus Christ, man. I literally just had to say to him yesterday when I got off the bus, just give me some space, let me sort my bags and stuff out, because they were just like on you like fucking flies on shit straight away. And like at this point, I was fucking knackered. We were hungry and I just couldn't be arsed for it. So yesterday was just a bad experience. We literally got back into the hotel. The hotel's lovely, by the way. Hotel's really nice. We're only paying £15 a night at this place, and I'll try and get some footage of it later. But yeah, it's actually decent. So we literally just dropped our bags off, went back out onto the streets to try and find a little bit of food. And yeah, to be honest, I don't think the options here were that great, to be honest. Like, I didn't really feel like eating, like I say, that much after that burger, but like we were starving, so I just fancied something plain. It's just like, right, I'll get a pizza then. ordered a pizza, and that was pretty dead, to be honest. Literally just had a few slices, and then we just went back to bed and got a good sleep in us because we were knackered. So that's the end of all the negativity today. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean slate, Kampot and Cambodia, see what today has to offer. I think we are going to a national park today. I'm going to rent out a moped, which I'm excited about. I haven't been on a moped in a couple of days now, since Pi, I think. So it's kind of been nearly a week now. So yeah, excited to get back on one of them. I think the national park's about a half-hour drive, so we're going to go and see what that is. We're going straight up.
Yeah.
So we managed to rent another motorbike, which was $8, which I think is the similar price as it was in Thailand. So here it is. And we've just come to the national park in Kampot, which is called Kep. So we're just going to have a drive up to the top, and I think there's some viewpoints and stuff on the way. So yeah, we'll go and see what they look like. Right, let's have a climb up this then and see what the view's like up the top. God, I'm actually fucking knackered. Whoa. As far up it goes. This is it. Wow, it's like a 360 view. Unreal. Oh, camera probably doesn't do it justice, to be honest.
Look how high we are. Freaks me out.
I know, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Lovely view though. This is the second stop, another viewpoint. Nice little view of the sea in the background. The roads are quite windy on the way up, but all the paths sound to drive up on a motorbike, to be fair. Wouldn't advise coming up here and hiking and coming up if you're not on a moped or motorbike, because it'll be quite a hike, to be fair. But there's loads of like little walkways and stuff next to like the stoppages. I don't know where this is leading to. It's like a little building down here. Fuck knows. Don't even think there's anything down there, to be fair. But we'll have a look. No, it's literally just a couple of water butts, I think, by the looks of it, and like a little shelter. Literally in the middle of nowhere here, but so isolated as well. Like on the way up, there was like a little security man charging you. I don't know how much we paid. I think it was like 4,000 Cambodian money, which is, I don't even fucking know. It's so difficult to do the exchange rates and stuff with the Cambodian money because it's literally worth fuck all, which is why they have US dollars as well, which you can use here. But like when you're getting change at shops and stuff, if it doesn't round up to like a 5 or a 10, then they'll like give you the Cambodian money and change. God, I'm knackered. So unfit. Literally haven't done any fitness at all in like 2 months now since I've been away. Yeah, I think it was like 4,000 Cambodian money, which is like $1, something like that, charging. And then on the way up, I think one other moped has passed us. On the way down, literally seen no one. So it's nice to just be somewhere where like nobody else is really. So that was literally the last viewpoint. There was just a couple of little stop-offs. And then if you carry on down the same road, you don't have to come back down the same one, you just go straight on. You actually come to the sea. It leads you to the beach literally 4 minutes away. So it's looking a bit rough here at the minute, to be honest. It's a bit windy today, as you can probably tell by the audio maybe. But yeah, straight to the sea. Some cool little hammocks and stuff which people are just chilling in. But that's in the distance, like the road up there is literally the road that we just come down. But yeah, I think if you drive along now just to down the beach, down the sea a little bit, then you actually get to like the beach. Apparently it's not meant to be that nice. Somebody was saying that it leads into like the river, or the river leads into it or something, so it's like really dirty. But I'm gonna go and have a little look at that now anyway and see what it's like. So we just stopped off just for a little can of Coke, and there's loads of little like stalls alongside the water, as you can see, just doing some local food and stuff. Some nice little villas up there overlooking the sea. But yeah, have a look at the colour of the water. I mean, it doesn't look like somewhere that I want to jump into. I don't know if you can see on the camera up there, just on the beach, loads of fucking rubbish and stuff. But yeah, the beach is just a couple of minutes down there, so we'll go and see what that looks like anyway. But yeah, don't think it's going to be quite the white sand and clear water that you get on the islands, to be honest with you. So this is the beach. As you can see, it's just all the locals, no tourists anywhere at all. But yeah, it's not really the type of beach where you want to come and sunbathe and things like that really. Water looks fairly dirty, but a lot going on. Nice to see so many locals out and about. Not many tourists, a few little seats for food places and stuff. They love their hammocks in Cambodia. Look at this, just off the beach. Just all just chilling. All the families and stuff, which is nice. Oh, that little girl, hello. She's got a poorly foot, bless her. But yeah, that's Kep Beach. Not somewhere where I'll probably come back and sunbathe, but nice to be at a beach where there's no tourists and just loads of locals just enjoying themselves. I've only just realised it's Chinese New Year tonight, I think, today. 17th, I think it is, isn't it? So it's tomorrow. I think they celebrate it here quite a lot. I don't know whether I've just thought, because the beach was so busy for a Monday where we'd just been, full of like locals and stuff, I just wonder whether it's like bank holiday for them here. We tried to do some laundry earlier on as well, and all the laundry places are closed. They're all having like 3 to 4 days off and stuff. So yeah, I don't know whether they just celebrate it here. We've just come back to like the Kampot main centre. There's actually a beach here, I'll show you it now, but they've got loads of seats and stuff laid out with loads of Chinese lanterns and stuff like that. So it looks as if they're going to be celebrating that here as well. So yeah, I mean, we're just looking for somewhere to grab something to eat. I have to say, the food choices in Kampot are a bit shit, to be honest. We watched a few like TikTok videos to have a look at some recommendations for breakfast today, and went to like some brunch place that had like really good reviews on like Google reviews and stuff like that, and there was people recommending it on TikTok, and like the food was bang average, to be fair. I haven't had one like meal which I can say that I've actually enjoyed yet in Cambodia. I think didn't realise how lucky we were really in Thailand. I do miss the food in Thailand bad, But yeah, we'll have to see what the food's like when we go to the islands and stuff. It was okay in Siem Reap. We were just eating a lot of European food, where in Thailand we were eating a lot of local cuisine. But yeah, the local cuisine in Cambodia isn't quite the same, I would say. So we were just speaking to one of the locals, and she did say that they do celebrate Chinese New Year for 2 days, and it's a bank holiday today, and that's why everything's shut. So we've just come for a little bit of food and an Anga beer, which cost how much?
75 pence.
75 pence for a beer, there you go. But I've ordered a chicken burger and Cammie's ordered a...
Pulled pork nachos. I'm very excited about.
Right, so here's the food. I mean, it looks pretty basic, to be fair, but...
Not even a lettuce on there.
So yeah, it looks pretty basic, pretty dead, to be fair, but yeah, I mean, it's cheap and better than the burger that I had yesterday, which wasn't beef at all. So yeah, well, I think we're happy with this, but it's a nice.
Pulled pork is so good.
Okay, the pork looks good on the nachos apparently, but yeah, it doesn't look great, but it'll do. I have to say I was wrong about that food, to be fair. It was decent. Presentation wise, it weren't that great. Could have done with a bit of salad on the burger, but quality of the chicken was lovely. God, it's chaos here, all the roads and stuff, but yeah, we're just going to go back, have a little freshen up in the room. I'm just looking for a shop because I need to get some toiletries and stuff, and then we're going to head back down to where we just were, because it's Chinese New Year tonight at midnight. I think they got loads of big celebrations going on and stuff. So we're not going to have a late night. We're not going to stay out till midnight because we got a transfer early in the morning to go to the islands, I think at like 8 o'clock. But we're going to head back down to where we were, get a little bit more food, and yeah, they're putting loads of seats out on the beach and stuff. So I think loads of people are just going to be like eating, drinking, celebrating on the beach. So be nice, yeah. Like I say, here in Kampot, it's not very touristy at all. It's literally just full of locals. So it'd be nice just to go down and just see what they're getting up to and watch their celebrations and stuff. One thing that I will say, if you are coming to Kampot, there is a bit of a language barrier, I would say. They speak a lot more English back in Siem Reap, which is obviously a lot more touristy. That's why, as I say, there's a lot more locals here. So yeah, it's the case of getting Google Translate up quite a lot when you're here, to be fair, because fucking hell, they don't have a clue what you're saying. Trying to get some laundry done this morning, they were just like, they just stand there and just laugh at you because they just don't have a clue what you're fucking saying. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And one thing also, which was last night, we didn't have any cash on us, so we were like, wow, we'll go to 7-Eleven just to get a few things like water, a few toiletries and things like that, hoping that we could just pay by card, because usually, well, say usually, we haven't actually been to another 7-Eleven in Cambodia, but in Thailand, if it's over like a certain amount, you can pay by card, so we were going there quite a lot. There's not as many 7-Elevens here in Cambodia, I would say, but that was cash only as well. So we had a bit of a faff last night because we were struggling to get cash out of an ATM as well. It wasn't working, but we managed to get sorted this morning anyway. There are lots of ATMs lying around to get either your US dollars or your Cambodian currency out. So we're all sorted now, but just something to bear in mind. Oh, I don't think there's anything better than just riding around on a moped in a different country, especially when there's no tourists and stuff. It's just unreal. But God, this road's not too bad now, but at night time, this fucking roundabout is absolute chaos. But I think one of the good things on the roads of Cambodia, they're all tarmacked very well. There are some like reckless drivers overtaking and stuff. But I think in comparison to Thailand anyway, like places like Koh Samui, the fucking roads are shit. There's so many potholes and stuff like that. And you obviously see that many people walking around in bandages and stuff. There's obviously not as many tourists here, I don't think, in Cambodia. But yeah, the roads don't seem too bad, but yeah, they can get a bit chaotic, to be fair. I'm gutted, have a look at this. got a little boxing event going on or something, but it's actually tomorrow and the day after. I think it might be either boxing or Muay Thai event or something going on. I don't know whether it's all tied into this Chinese New Year stuff, but would have been sick to go and watch that, to be fair. But yeah, heading back to the hotel now, freshen up, got the goods, got the fucking big bottle of water and some deodorant. Haven't been able to get a good deodorant since coming to Cambodia. I had to get some roll-on and it's so shit. I hate using roll-on deodorant, but managed to just get some proper Shore deodorant, so I'm actually going to be smelling alright, not stinking of fucking BO for the first time in about a week. So we're back down at the beach and they've got all the lights all over the bridge and stuff. It looks lovely, to be fair. And I don't know whether the camera will pull it in the background, but you got 2026 Happy New Year over there.
Dinner on a boat?
So as we were just about to go to a restaurant where we ate before, just down the road, we walked past like this floating boat that had a restaurant on it. And just sat on beanbags, but there's an unreal view. All them lights which were just in the last shot, you can see from here. So I'm gonna have some food and drink in here. Then they've got a big like water fountain with lights and stuff just down the road, which we can see. So we'll go and have a quick look at that after we've ate here. So that's the where the boxing event was that I was on about earlier. Looks like they've got like a little music thing on as well. But yeah, we're off to bed because we've got an early trip tomorrow to the islands, so that'll be the end of today's video.